AEW Mafia. JP, we're here with Josh, and we got someone I haven't spoken to. We've swapped some texts and some messages over the past 15 or so years. The man who owns, he's the CEO of social media. The CEO of, he's able to get followers on TikTok without being a half-naked 16-year-old. He's all over Facebook. Niko, what's going on, man?
What's up, man? I'm far from the king of social media, but thank you very much for that.
I figured you'd like
introduction. That. It's nice to be hanging out with the Irish boys on the Irish Whip.
No, you're doing your own thing. You've been doing WWR live.
Yeah. This is a new thing for us, and it seems to be working out pretty well. We're having a good time, and I'm glad that you are kind of joining the family here, and we're able to, elevate our podcast to the next level. We've been doing podcasts for many years now, especially you guys, and now here we are doing videos with graphics and live questions. Yeah. I mean, come on, how cool is this? Look at that.
Look at that.
My buddy Paul fucking.
It's your Paul.
Is that?
All right, let's go. Let's get on here.
Let's do this thing. Let's do this thing. Pop some stuff up and let's go.
So what's going on in wrestling? There's still no fans.
We're all here.
How far ahead of the crowd was Beyond Wrestling, huh?
On which part?
They were doing no fans 10 years ago.
Well, I mean,
this is the worst.
I can't do it. Okay, so JP, you and I, we've been doing this forever, and we bring up Beyond, but that's the feeder program to AEW, and that's where we're going with this. Is like AEW and last night, right? I haven't seen it yet, but like Niko, I can read, so I think I know the results and think I can piece this together, right? But I'll let you lead as far as AEW because you're the master when it comes to this.
Did you see who else is in the chat?
We got Joe up in here. How you doing, Joe? Nice to see you. Honestly, AEW is definitely leading when it comes to it because they don't have actual fans there, but they do have their wrestlers in the crowd, and they have a heel side and they have a babyface side, and they're actually having storylines within storylines. And I find that very entertaining to me, especially when you see someone like Statlander over there booping people as she's walking by, and you see Britt Baker pulling off her shoe to hit someone over the head. I mean, I'm enjoying that extra layer of, quite frankly, boring wrestling without fans.
Right. And they, and that's the difference too, is them putting the wrestlers out in the audience gives it at least a little bit of that that feel of there being an audience, and that's the WWE.
Look how popular JP is. He's like,
as our number declines, as our viewers, hey, we're live, guys. If you want to ask questions, ask them in the comments, and we'll answer them.
Yes.
Come in.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, just answer them. Like, we'll pop them up here. Any questions, comments? Like, we're always open to comments because, well,
come on,
Paul. I think you're right now. I don't know about when the crowd's back, but I think you're right now, Paul.
Like the entire, like, hold on, like just the whole. Wait. Before you. Like, are we throwing the entire WWE product into this whole thing? Like, does this include NXT? I mean, if we're throwing, no, that's a no for me. AEW product is not better than WWE right now. It may be better than the red and blue brand, but it is not better than NXT.
What was the last product you watched that you watched the whole show for?
NXT.
Really? See, for me, it was AEW.
Good. I mean, that's actually a who. It's not a what anymore. It's who for
the show.
Lance.
The show that I don't watch, quite frankly, is SmackDown and Raw. Those are the ones to me
right.
that are the boring ones. I mean, NXT, I'm watching those 2 hours, and then I'm actually gonna go watch AEW after that. So I'm up till about 11:30 midnight on Wednesdays. It's hands down my favorite day of the week when it comes to professional wrestling.
No.
I lose track on SmackDown and Raw. I lose track. I just do. And that's why I wait until Hulu, and then I can watch the abbreviated version of that.
Yeah.
Oh, good job, Paul. He just said no NXT, just Raw and SmackDown. Absolutely agree, 100%. I mean, I'm down with that. But I will.
AEW's putting a good product on, no doubt about it. Let's give it
100%. But I mean, I'm just watching like best of NXT this morning before we're getting ready to this, and I'm watching Tyler Breeze and Tyson Kidd, Pac. I guess I have to refer to him now as Pac. And who was the fourth member in that 4-way? Anyway, that's the product that I love. It's NXT. I've watched it since its inception. Niko's been there for the last 3 years in the seats. Yeah. To me, it is a.
Yeah. You always.
I guess I'm a mark, dude. I'm just gonna say it, man. Look at that Bro Club. Look right there, Bro Club.
Shout out to my boy Matt Riddle.
Do you get the slides? You got to get the Nike slides with the fanny pack built in.
I've had a slide whiz right by my head. I haven't caught one yet, but what am I gonna do with it? Honestly, throw it back.
I don't know why people haven't started
at ECW.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know why he's still wearing Nike and why he doesn't. Why WWE doesn't jump on that and just make a pair and sell them for fucking $30 because they got to cost $5 to make.
Yeah, brand his own
a valuable product here, though. He's saying long term, if you're looking at potential there, Raw has a lot going on. They got Andrade, they got Austin Theory, they got Garza, they got Street Profits, they got all kinds of people.
When the crowd is back and there's someone there to react to the promos that they do, because Raw and SmackDown are more promos than wrestling at this point.
All day.
And once there's someone there to react to those promos get good again. The promos without a crowd, I'm sorry, John Cena's a heel.
All day long. All day long is a heel. Like, it sucks. It just, people are like, but here's the deal. Like, Cena will never turn because of his Make-A-Wish stuff. Like, he's never going to turn heel. And that's what I continue to wait for, is like, I want the Thugonomics back, but in a real ugly version of it. But we're not going to get it. I mean, for some point in time, hopefully we will, but we're just not. And I guess to answer that final, whatever we're talking about right now, whether it's AEW, I mean, we're just going. Like, I can't comment too much because I haven't watched the entire product, but I can tell you, like, on Wednesday nights, I'm only watching one show because I'm not doing like Niko does. I'm watching one because that's all the time I got, and I'm watching NXT, and then I'll go back and watch AEW.
Yeah, see, I watch AEW first, and then if I'm still up for it after, I'll watch NXT. If I don't watch it day of, I record every wrestling that's on TV. If I don't watch it day of, I just delete it, though, because I won't go back.
Move on.
I mean, we got to stop acting like AEW is this amazing product, though.
It's not. It's good.
The show is mediocre.
Can I just say this? It's new. And New Japan Pro Wrestling, right? So just add another W to that. It's just New Japan Pro Wrestling West. It's just on the West Coast now. It's just we're getting to see everything that they got to. Everybody that were smart to it, right, for the last 4 years. And we already know it's the same thing.
A lot of those guys are from the Northeast.
True.
So it's easy for me to follow them because I've had a chance to meet some of them, or be in crowds or interact with some of them.
And that's what Niko and I were talking about, is how integral, just like, there are feeder programs into the WWE. There are feeder programs into NXT. There are feeder programs into AEW now, which are up there in the Northeast. Like, if you don't think pro wrestling is seated and hotbedded in New England area, you're crazy. Like, you're wrong. Like, if you think it's anywhere outside of that, talk to a Josh Schaff out here, or Randy Myers, or a Brian Cage, which I'm sure we're going to bring up here soon.
Yeah, I mean, well, here's the other thing now. Like, where does Impact fall?
I don't really enjoy SmackDown, but Raw is okay. It's not bad. I mean, I guess maybe because I see the people that I've been watching for the past 3 years, like Street Profits and the War Machine Raiders, and now Garza and everyone. But I mean, it's not. I don't know. It is what it is.
That's right. And it's to say, like, I'll watch the Viking Raiders all day because of Warbeard. Came up in this area. Like,
do you want to watch them play basketball?
Yeah.
No. But the basketball, like,
What's
Warbeard
round 3 going to be? Round 1's basketball. Round 2 is the axe throwing. What's round 3? It's going to be like
karaoke.
Swimming contest or something. Who knows?
Karaoke, and it won't be the first time I've seen Warbeard in a karaoke contest in a wrestling ring.
You're calling karaoke right now?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Actually, that makes for good TV. That does make for good TV.
You probably are going to be right.
There was.
There's a very rare time JP is wrong.
They could barely hear me. They're saying. Can
Who,
y'all hear
you?
me good?
I hear you. Can you turn your turn a couple of your knobs on that shit? I don't know which one, but Josh usually is the technical guy.
It's the one that looks like a heart, baby.
If anyone else can't hear me good, just let me know.
It's okay, man. It's usually it's the red light. That's what I was gonna remember. Is I gotta talk towards the red light. Sometimes I don't know. We're trying. This is live. This is us doing this again, like we used to do in a chat room without video, streaming audio of WWE events or TNA or whatever, and listening to it like a radio and having 1,500 people in there interact with us. It's kind of fun, but it's saturated. I don't know. Whatever.
Right.
What do we? So we're talking AEW Double or Nothing thoughts, right? Niko, where are you at with this?
They're saying my mic's low, so y'all go ahead.
Okay. I and Mike Tyson.
Right. I didn't know. I don't know who. If there's anybody out there that said, "Hey, Iron Mike Tyson is going to show up on AEW Double or Nothing" before it happened, I'll give you $1 bill right now.
Here's the thing: is there's a chance he might box again.
Well,
so this could be his back. There's rumor of making one of the series of fights he had a trio.
Okay.
And him versus Holyfield.
Brings up this. Okay. Who's the biggest heel right now in AEW? And how great is MJF doing?
Yeah, absolutely. Right? Because he's a true heel. He's not. So MJF.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hey. There you are, brother.
MJF was brought into wrestling, I'll say, as a heel. And he's not afraid to be a heel outside of the ring. He's not trying to make friends with anyone. He's not trying to be a cool heel because a cool heel is a babyface. He just wants to be a heel. He wants to flip the kid off at the autograph signing. And I'm sure he fucking said to the father, "Can I do this beforehand?" And then fucking the internet went crazy over it.
Of course he did.
You know?
If they're gonna do anything, he doesn't just go and punch a baby, right? Like, hey, I'm gonna go punch a baby. He probably asking, "Hey, MJF, will you punch my kid?"
Right.
I would be.
And you got him flipping the kid off, but you got people because. So here's the thing: is like Joe Schmo wrestler, especially someone that's in a company where they're on TV but they're allowed to do other shows. At some of the other shows, the promoter's going to make them the babyface because they're going to get the pop. He's not like that. He's a heel everywhere. So he can be a heel outside and not be afraid. Like, oh, shit, I'm not going to sell a scarf or a T-shirt this week. No, motherfuckers are still going to buy the shit because they love to hate you.
And this isn't like from...
He tries too hard, though, man. Flipping off kids and shit. Come on.
Hey,
he's trying too hard.
And for anybody that agrees with Niko, I don't agree. I don't disagree with opinions. All I say is like, go check out some Limitless. Go check out some even early Combat Zone when he won the Wired Championship. He has been a complete D the entire time. Like he hasn't. This is him. Like this is legit him. Are
we allowed to talk about Combat Zone wrestling?
No, let's just not, please. Can we?
They got like 10 viewers.
We're better off not right now.
Look, our viewers went from 30 to 13. Let's not go into CZW right now.
Thank you. It had nothing to do with...
Temba said she'd let MGF punch his Josh.
Oh, I bet she would. I didn't see that. Niko didn't. I don't pay attention to the comments.
There you go. We got questions flowing in. Do you want to answer questions, or we want to work with this? What do you?
No, go with questions, dude. Let's see. I want to know questions, man.
There you go. Boom. The question of questions.
Dude.
Let me go first because this is one of my favorite questions that comes up all the time.
Criteria. Can we relay criteria?
There's 4 names on Mount Rushmore. No, professional wrestling is the criteria. We're not going to go technical or on the mic. We're going to go 4 people that are pioneers of professional wrestling, because you got to always remember Mount Rushmore is someone that paved the way and is being remembered. Motherfuckers over here putting, Ricochet on the Mount Rushmore. You're an idiot. So the Mount Rushmore goes like this. It goes,
wait,
Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's it. Yell at me, call me a loser. I don't care. That's my Mount Rushmore. I'm out.
I'm going to say Brett, Sean, Bruno, San Martino, and Stone Cold Steve Austin for my first. Like, he's my all-time favorite.
I hate this.
And I do Bruno just because Bruno did pave the way.
Can I pass?
Yeah, you could pass.
No. Top 4.
Who you got, man? I'm sure you've
Cena?
answered it before.
Cena, Flair. You guys are gonna. This changed, and when I say the last two, you're probably gonna die. Becky Lynch is on there. And last is The Rock. So
okay,
here's why. And people are gonna throw me shade about throwing Lynch up there, and I don't care. Like when we talked about this on Niko's show a couple weeks ago, like we talked about, there's nobody that's picking up the banners. There's nobody picking up the rocks. There's nobody carrying the show, but there is, and I'm overlooking the females in this. I am like I'm overlooking the Becky Lynches. I'm overlooking the Oscars. I'm overlooking the Charlottes. Like I'm overlooking that entire women's division because of how weak the men's division has become. And that's just, I'm honest about this. Like I debated it, and I debated throwing it out there.
Don't say Roman Reigns. Hey, today is Roman Reigns' birthday, y'all. Don't hate on him on his birthday.
Today's actually my godson's birthday too. That's cool.
Happy birthday, Roman Reigns! If by some chance you're one of the 16 people listening.
Well, the thing is like it's not Roman's fault that he gets pushed the way. I mean, it's just it's the business. It is what it is. It's I don't know.
It's funny because it goes by your age, dude. If you look at everyone here, you see this. You see Joe, and you see JP bringing up Bruno, and you see Joe bringing up Fabulous Moolah. This doesn't happen to anyone that's 30 years old. They're going to say John Cena, Stone Cold, Roman Reigns could possibly be up there. Who knows? What about, this is a good question. Asuka on the Mount Rushmore. She's a women's Mount Rushmore. She could most definitely be somewhere on that page, but the overall Mount Rushmore, I can't put Asuka over Ric Flair or The Rock or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, granted, she never.
I absolutely agree. Ric Flair is the head group on that mountain. He should be the number one face on the mountain, in my opinion. No doubt about it.
I mean, everybody needs to take a ride, man. That's the way that it goes. It's just Ric. I think if Ric Flair's not on your top 4 at any point in time, then you just get out.
Here's a good question.
A Flair guy. I was never a NWA guy when I was a kid, so I was a WWF guy as a kid.
If Corey Graves was the SmackDown hacker, I think that would actually be a really great ploy. And if he had a little army behind him, he ruffles feathers like I've never seen before. And the guy has turned his unfortunate accident career into a thriving announcing career. I mean, he's one of the best at this point in my... Go ahead.
Do you guys remember how much heat he got when the allegations came out against him? And what was going on with his wife. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
Like, and then the rest of the story came out like it typically does. And I always reserve the right. Like Corey Gray, if he was hacker, dude, like
Chris, you're a hater. Flair is the top 4.
Yeah. Can we?
You're
deleted.
Chris Rucker said I'm 187 years old. That's just because Chris Rucker's Mount Rushmore would be Hogan, and Sting.
Oh my God!
Here's the thought process behind him being the hacker. In 2017, he played a similar hacker role, and Cass and Angle and George storyline plus the hacker storyline was smart routine. I don't think it's Corey. Unfortunately, I think it's going to be Ali or Chad Gable. I think they're the two names that were coming up.
Do you remember when Sami Callihan played that a little bit in NXT?
Yeah.
Do you remember
that?
Oh,
hi. Thank you, Chris. Nice to see you. Awesome.
No, he's saying fuck you to me. He's saying fuck you to me.
So that's a direct comment to JP because...
Chris, I love you, buddy.
The JP fan club. Austin Theory band? No, Austin Theory has his own angle going on as far as being Seth's new boy toy.
The hacker thing was also going to be Sami Callihan. Fuck him. His angle going in.
I'm the hacker, everybody. It's me.
Yeah. See.
So,
wait, hold on. Let me read it. I'm the hacker. It's me.
And you gotta fucking sloppily swing a bat at someone's head while you do it.
Oh, Eddie Edwards is
the draw, man. That's the draw.
That's
he made money off of that, and he did the right thing with it. But still, fuck him for doing it.
China absolutely goes on the female Mount Rushmore. No doubt about it. She goes on it, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
And Moolah also goes on that Mount Rushmore. And I'm putting Becky Lynch there. And fourth, probably like a Trish Stratus or something like that. I mean,
if there were 20 heads on the Mount Rushmore, China would be on. You know what I mean? On all time, not just the female, and not just giving it on tape.
I undoubtedly think someone is going to turn on the New Day, and I hope it's going to be Big E screwing over Kofi. I hope it's not Xavier. Medusa. How could I forget Medusa? I'm so sorry. Medusa's the pioneer of professional wrestling.
Well, Medusa too. Medusa did
mainstream wrestling.
Can you go back to Rucker, please? Can we go back to that for a second? Xavier Woods in TNA and Impact Wrestling was insanity. Like the hair and the Apollo Creed.
He was attire. Austin Creed, right? Yeah, Austin Creed. Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I remember him.
Dude, he was just and then coming out, I as a mark, that one, because it's got how long long's the New Day had the run, right? I mean, it's been a hot 5 years now.
Yeah,
I mean, honestly, I'm not. I mean, it's been a good one. So the best turns are the heel turns that are against your best friends and your buddies. I mean, we need another one of those. Like we Shield turn. I mean, we had the Shield turn. We got to have one of these. And ratings wise, makes sense. I'm with Chris.
You know what my favorite statistic is on the Shield? That each one of them won their titles from each other for the first time.
Really?
That was They all won it from each other. Seth cashed in on Roman. Dean cashed in. Yep. They all won from each other.
Yeah, that pinning, when Seth pinned Roman, I mean, that was huge. That 1, 2, and then when Seth put his head down, I mean, I can't imagine. I just want to know what words were said in Roman's ear. I mean, that's one of those moments. Like I'm like, holy, that's a good 3 seconds, dude. Like I wonder how many like, brother, I love you so much. Thank you. Could be said in that minute.
I think it was, you're lucky you're the Rock's cousin.
Right.
My
All
opinion.
right, let's go. China could actually work. China was actually pretty decent in the ring, I thought, and she was rolling with the men for a while.
I mean, she held the Intercontinental title, which is the workers' title.
She was a novelty act, though, at the end of the day. All she needed to do was sit there, just like Hogan. Hogan could go, but he didn't need to. He just needed to go out and do this and drop a leg, but he could do insecurity if he needed to or some shit.
I was a Hogan, so I wasn't even a Hulkamaniac as a kid. Like,
if it's Ali, I'm going to be like, oh, man.
I need like 20. I seriously need like 20
more. Ali, that only makes too much sense.
Like Steamboat would be in there. Piper would be in there because they're top 10s for me.
You working on the questions there, Josh?
Mustafa Ali, huh?
Are you working on the questions?
Yeah. I don't know any questions.
I'm doing the comments on
questions. I don't have questions. Who has questions? There's questions.
Somebody asked if we have our own page on.
Who put up his wrestling ever going to be normal again?
I did. Yes. That's me. Oh, that's me. Sorry, I'm in charge of that. Let me do that. Sorry.
You're the idiot asking questions.
How about this one, dude?
So we got Bo Douglas in the chat. Bo Douglas knows a lot of these people. He was trained at Kowalski's with, I believe he was probably in a class with China at one point, probably at the end of her run in there.
Yeah.
Bo Douglas. He has a wrestling name. I like that.
He's a wrestler. He's like a legit, he's trained. He's had hands in
Bo
a
Douglas.
lot of people.
Thank you for joining us, Bo Douglas.
I love Bo. Bo's like a good friend. So,
yeah, is Keith Lee really that good? Do you guys think he's really that good?
Yes, for a guy his size, he knows how to work like his size, but he also can go a little bit outside of that. And so, yes, I'm a fan of Keith Lee.
Yeah, I as well. I'm a huge fan of Keith Lee. I think I saw him in the ring, and I was like, God dang, this guy! It was crazy. I saw him and I cannot say his name for the life of me. Dominic Dijakovic.
Dijakovic.
Dominic Dijakovic. I saw him and Dominic do a backflip. I don't even know what that name of the move is. It was insane because they're, he's 3-something and they're both 300 pounds. He's amazing. And then I heard him talk on the mic, and I said, wow, this guy can talk on the mic and wrestle. And he's got the look. He's got this smirk. He just looks at you and kind of goes, and you're just like, man, that dude's a bad motherfucker.
You know what he has in common with most really good professional wrestlers right now?
What?
He's from New England.
No, I don't know. He's actually from the Midwest, but he used to get flown up here a lot.
Bask in the glory.
Like him and Dominic wrestled a lot up here for like Beyond and Limitless. So
Beyond.
And with the China thing, he's making fun of the way I say it.
China.
Yeah, there it is. Hey,
who is China?
Same person as Sasha.
He's built out of Worcestershire.
Is he really built out of Worcester? I didn't know that. I think he was really local.
JP, you're welcome. Should Bianca have gotten called up to Raw without an NXT Women's Title run first? Really?
Yeah. You don't need a title. Like, you don't have to have a title run. And sometimes it's more like shock value when you come up and you weren't that top person, Everyone expects the person that has the title to drop the title and go up to Raw the next day.
Yeah, for me it's typical because she didn't get her chance to be the star she wants to be in NXT. She was doing a lot of, I think she might have got injured for one point of it, but if she's going to come up and be the Street Profits valet, then it's a missed opportunity for her because that girl can go in the ring. She is really good. And she's got a great gimmick. That character is amazing.
Do you think that has anything to do with, like, hey, if we send Charlotte down, we can probably bring Bianca up because she can go, like Charlotte can go, same stature, same body size, same kind of everything. Not as experienced, maybe not as refined, maybe not as pure, for sure, as far as Charlotte goes, but being able to get over with her psychology and using her hair and whatever she can to win, I think makes sense if you've got Charlotte still down doing NXT stuff.
The women's division in NXT is so strong, and I'll happily speak about it because NXT is my blood. I mean, they have, so many Dakota Kai. Think about someone like that for a good, because I think at the end of the day, Bianca is considered a heel to some extent. She's coming out and putting boots to asses on people like Rhea Ripley and even Charlotte. I don't even know where Charlotte is in this world. I mean, she's kind of just down our throat superstar. She's not even placed as a heel or a face at this point. She's just megastar icon that's on Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. But I mean, they got a lot of people down there that can really girl. My favorite is Candice LeRae. I think she's amazing.
Yeah, very good.
The girl has heart. She can go. She can wrestle. She's cute as a button, and she's married to Johnny Gargano, who also has a lot of pull down there. So I expect to see her get a nice little run in the future. But to answer the question, I do not think that she was called up too early. I think that she will, especially with Becky Lynch leaving. I think she's going to have a nice little run up there because they're going to need her. They're going to need something different than Nia Jax and Asuka going at it every week, So where does Shayna fit into this? Misplaced.
She's been misplaced for a while now. I mean, I really, this isn't like when we're talking about Bianca right now, she's overstayed her welcome in NXT. She's one of those ones that I don't know what I'm sure there's boxes that need to be checked. Like there's specific boxes. There's one there that is a top of the line criteria that, hey, this needs to be okayed before we can, or there's just, or it's just too much for her. I don't know, man. I think she should have been up. I think she's a blue brand person for me all day long. She can win over a lot of FS1 fans, some Fox Sports fans. on the UFC crossover with her carrying that blue brand belt for women now. But what do I know?
Yeah, that's and I think Shayna. I think that's like she's the new sort of Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey was supposed to get that crossover crowd, and they realized they don't really need her
At all? Like, you think that's what it is? Like, this is a waiting for a contract thing running out? Like, don't know what to do with her or what?
Well, I think Shayna can carry that. As far as like as much attention as Ronda Rousey was going to get, because MMA fans aren't going to cross over. Straight up.
At all?
If you're a fan of MMA and you weren't a fan of pro wrestling, you're not going to go watch pro wrestling.
Not because Cain Velasquez is there, that's for sure. I mean, come on.
Well, he's
oh
dude,
shit,
he's got a
Kane's
brown
there now?
pride tattoo. Come on.
Kane's there now?
Well, I mean, who cares? I mean,
make the move.
He got future endeavored by both companies.
Nah. Right? So are we gonna play this new game? Should we play this new game?
What's the new game? Is it like is it hey, let's go on is it hey, let's go on another?
Do you know how to play the
show?
new game?
I don't, but hey, I'm gonna describe a
game?
game and you guys tell me, Josh, you'll probably be able to tell me who wins. Hey, let's go on another podcast and play a trivia game and then duck the Irish boys when I get their championship.
We can't play that game right now because it's only on mine.
No, well, that's I call Chris Rucker.
We can
Chris
get rid of that one. Get rid of that game. But what about this? Can we talk about this for a little bit?
Yeah,
all right, let's talk about that.
I didn't watch, but I saw some highlights and stuff. So,
all right. Well, we talked about it prior. I think we went live on Saturday, right? So we talked about it. We nailed it. We said Cody would be winning the TNT Governor's Mansion title, and we said that. Yes, I said Governor's Mansion because they put Ted Turner's mansion on each side of the TNT title. In case you didn't notice that. And we both said Moxley would be winning the title or retaining the title against Brodie. But they had a much better match than I expected, honestly. And the pay-per-view itself, I mean, the big news to me was Brian Cage debuting in the Battle Royal. And landing Brian Cage is honestly a big win. And not only big because he's a monster, but it's a big acquisition for them because if that guy and Karrion Kross go to NXT, they're in deep shit, honestly. So... it's nice to see him kind of go in different places because you get you get Brian Cage and then you get like a Rusev or something like that.
But didn't Brian Cage?
Oh, look who's live! Nice.
Oh man! Oh wow!
Our boy.
What's up, AG?
Anthony Green.
TNR flashbacks.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he should be getting Al on that. Oh, dude, can you imagine?
For you people that are like, what the hell is TNR? 20 years ago, we had another show just like this one now. We were pioneers of podcasting and wrestling and radio, honestly, far before everyone else. Yeah. The Irish Whip has been on damn near 20 years, and we had another show called Total Nonstop Radio when I worked at TNA Wrestling. So that's really awesome to see that. And thank you, Anthony, for joining us. You are a legend in my eyes, that's for sure.
One of the best.
We'd love to get Al on anytime. Anthony Green.
Al's mother has been active on Facebook, so that could happen.
That'd be actually really cool. I mean, was there anything?
Internet radio, yes. Radio. And I was just telling everyone that we did a live stream of WrestleMania on Total Nonstop Radio, and we had almost 2,000 people at one point in our comments and commenting and listening to the live stream. And at that point, it was actually innovative. It's hilarious now to think about it, but it was innovative at the time. 2004, 2005, we're doing crazy shit.
Yeah, but we had to go figure out. We had to go figure out our stuff. We had to go figure out our lives and get our lives put back together. So when we knew when it was time to go full throttle, we could just do it.
Live's the way to go, though. If you're not going live, you're missing out. I mean, this is where it's at. Having live interaction with the fans, being able to show video. I mean, this is it. This is where you want to be.
It got to a point before where it wasn't costing me any money because, like, Niko, you were producing us at the end for the most part.
We got rid of that one dude. Rick.
Fat Rick. He died.
I think he's dead, dude.
He died.
Oh,
No, he doesn't. He's a dirty old
He
man.
brought a little
Don't
Dr. Pepper
God rest
for
his
He
soul.
actually
He's a
he was
dirty
pretty
old
young,
man.
but he wasn't healthy. Like I talked to him through the years. He helped me with a few things out as far as like this stuff, because he actually did this. But he there was a big fight between them online.
all right. Let's get back to Double or Nothing though.
Please,
We're gonna
please,
digress.
So, we're gonna go back. Yeah, well, that opens up a huge rabbit hole. Double or Nothing. I didn't watch it. We read about it. Mox, Brodie, Cody, and Lance.
Stadium fight. The stadium fight was probably the highlight reel as far as Twitter went. You could see several of the crazy shit happening. I saw what's Omega's move, the one winged angel. He dropped that off 20 feet. I mean, he's
the
just
whole
like
running out.
I saw him drown Matt Hardy, and he's gonna like reincarnations come in or something. I mean, just like insane. It was insanity. I loved it.
Running out to the field like it was a football game.
Oh yeah.
We advertised on MySpace.
We did advertise.
We not only advertised on MySpace, like we got guests off of MySpace.
Oh my god, dude! You know what we need to do? Speaking of, the Roddy Piper video with Anthony, if that could ever be shown at some point in time, I don't know if it's up on his YouTube, but if
it's out there. Yeah, it's out. I don't know if it's on Anthony's. It's out there.
Okay, well, that
was so cool.
Yeah, there's one thing like. When we talk about these guys, like, and we're talking about how cool things are, and when you get the chance to like work with somebody that's as amazing as Roddy Piper, and he's in the moment like you are, it's gold.
Yeah,
he was always gold. He's always going to be.
Anthony, there's a video of Anthony cutting a promo backstage at a show up here that Piper was on, and Anthony's cutting the promo, and Piper just comes in and was like, "That's awesome, but do this." And Anthony recut it, and Piper come out being like, no, this is what it is, and this is who I am. And like Anthony was, I don't know, probably 18 at the time. He had just switched over from kind of being a ref to wrestling.
Yeah. And then it was like, oh, you're a heel. Well, you gotta do this. Yeah. And then he was approaching it all wrong. And dude, I think it's gold. I mean, that's one of those things that Anthony is pro wrestling history. Like he's a walking encyclopedia of anything that is wrestling related, whether it's figures, t-shirts, people, places.
His YouTube right now. They're pushing Ava's YouTube.
Send him a link. Let's get him on.
Ava is more like Ava's their Niko, the pretty one, the one who's better at social media. I'm lying, ain't that pretty?
I know.
But no, she's just. Really good at it, so they've been pushing her YouTube, doing some unboxings and going through he's got over 350 wrestling t-shirts.
Damn.
Yeah.
So stuff like that. He's got his YouTube.
Absolutely.
If you look up Ava Everett and Anthony Green on YouTube, you'll be entertained for an hour or two.
Absolutely. So I think Niko, I think you and I talked about this next one. I don't know if I popped it up or if JP and I talked about it, but this is going to be interesting because I want to see what his take is on it, and like the Orton versus Edge thing, like the pure wrestling match at Backlash. Like, can this happen? Like for real? Why not? I actually enjoyed that hour-long match that they did. What was it? The Royal Rumble?
Did they go for an hour? WrestleMania.
They went pretty close.
Yeah, Mania.
They went pretty close to an hour if it wasn't an hour.
That match got shit on pretty much widely by the universe.
Because like people don't watch more than an 8-minute match now. An 8-minute match is a long match on TV. So you don't see that. You don't have the attention span. Like you guys even, like I know I'm get about 10 years on you, but like when I grew up, there was Iron Man matches on TV. Like it was the whole show.
Steamboat and Flair, I remember 60 minutes.
Yeah.
They were just rumbling forever, and then at the end, Flair rolls them up and wins. They go like 4-4 or something, and then they go to a draw always. And then the last 2 minutes, like Flair like hits him in the nuts and rolls them up and wins, and goes on to the next territory.
People don't do that anymore. I know Bob Evans for a little while was taking a week out of every year, taking a week off of his day job, picking 7 guys and wrestling an Iron Man match every night in front of either little to no crowd, or if there was a show going on, he would put it on a show somewhere, and he was wrestling a lot of like guys he just wanted to wrestle. So, but no one does. So do you think? Anymore.
I mean, instead of calling it really an Iron Man match, I mean I thought the Mania match was pretty cool. I enjoyed it, considering the elements, and I think that's what's wrong with people that are doing what we do, is that they're comparing pre-COVID to current COVID. Like, this is a totally different beast, and we have to look at it through a lens of what the limitations are. I mean, considering the limitations that we have, like without a crowd, knowing that we miss the chants, we miss the boos, we miss the no, like all of that stuff.
Every Flair chop.
Yeah, like we don't get that. But here's the thing, man. Do it in your fucking living room. Have fun in your living room. Shut the fuck up on this stuff and go have fun in your living room and do that. Do that with your friends. Invite your buddies over. Stop crying about the product on this and support it, and like look through it the lens of like, how fortunate are you to actually have this product still, rather than complaining about it. Yeah, there are some bad parts about it. There are some DJ Hydes out there. There are people like that in the business. There are people like that. That's just the way that it is.
DJ Hyde.
In all reality, man, we're lucky to be able to have the opportunity, and I'm not selling or plugging, like we get to see a pure wrestling match between 2 of the greatest heels in the fucking business.
Right. So here's the thing, and it's polar opposites. I actually was really entertained by Money in the Bank, but I understood going into Money in the Bank what it was going to be. The pure wrestling match has to be a pure wrestling match. What other 2 people in WWE could put that on right now?
It's going to get shit on by the universe.
You got rid of Drew Gulak. I could have put him in there.
Well, he might come back. He's trying to
Daniel Bryan and Drew Gulak. That's who could have had that match.
So they didn't release him. He just didn't re-sign with them, and there's talks of him re-signing.
And here's the thing. People are going to say that, are you kidding me? Orton's a great technical wrestler, and that may be the case, but Edge has not had a wrestling match in 8 years or however many years it is. So how is he going to go in and have a technical match for however long and make it entertaining? Because Edge needs to go grab the concerto and hit you over the head to be exciting. And Orton needs to do something scumbaggy to really, I mean, what? They're not going to poke each other. So all of a sudden Orton's not going to boot you in the head. I mean, what? Yeah. No thanks. I want to see the boot in the head.
Is the RKO a pure wrestling move?
Yeah, apparently it is. It's the diamond cutter stolen by a pure wrestler. So
this is the most difficult. This is the most difficult part about explaining professional wrestling to somebody who's never watched it before. Is like, there are rules, but there aren't rules, and there are some things that apply to some people, but mostly don't apply to anyone. And sometimes they apply to specific people, but only if your feet are on the rope.
Remember when going over the top rope used to get you disqualified?
Yeah, man.
I'd like to see it get the British rules, like the old British rules, and let it have a round. Let it have a couple rounds.
You think? You can. I think you could do that for specific matches. But I don't think you can do that for everyone. If you're going to do that, then you might as well bring in. You might as well bring in.
If you're going to call it a pure wrestling, because like that was what British wrestling was pure wrestling.
Well, yeah, but that's where you get the Pete Dunnes, and I mean that's or you know, that's where pure wrestling is. You can't.
If you're not using a chair, if you're not doing a backflip, it's just, that's the world that people enjoy nowadays. It's just the way it is.
What's the definition? What's the definition of if we really want to debate this? Since
that's why AEW is so popular. Everyone does flippy shit over there, and they love it.
Flippy shit, right?
But
how many super kicks happen?
More super kick shit.
Super kick party.
I couldn't go online and complain to 2,000 people when I was a kid that I didn't like something, and so the WWE didn't do what I told them. I liked what the WWE told me to like. Well, what the WWF told me to like. Now, The WWE is doing what the people are telling them to do rather than them telling the people what to do.
Are they
need
though?
to stop.
Are they really listening to us? I mean,
They're not.
They are, absolutely.
Rusev Day.
And that's why wrestling has changed, is because
I'll tell you right now, when
Stephanie,
Stephanie, Vince, Triple H, and Shane sat in the ring and said, "We're going to listen to you," that was a complete bullshit lie. They have not listened to us. They have not done what we said. They are not doing anything that's been said, because the people that the universe likes are not the people getting shoved down our throats. Maybe Drew McIntyre. I'll give them that. They gave us Drew, but Drew earned that shit.
He did. That was a long time coming. I mean,
right. Thanks for giving us Drew, but you dropped the ball on so many other people.
It's never gonna. We're never gonna get that. This is Vince McMahon's company. He's gonna tell us one thing and do another. That's what pro wrestling is. That's what it is. It's what's supposed to happen.
They're not all 6'8", the Greek gods anymore. You know what I mean?
No.
You have some normal sized guys in there. I see you smirking at the Greek god comment. You're not a Greek god. You're just Greek.
I was smirking at the 6'8" because the stars that he loves actually are 6'8". You know,
right. Well, that's what that's McMahon's style, is that cookie cutter wrestler is 6'8" with a body.
The prototype. I want the prototype. Right. I want the prototype.
Everyone's not 6'8". Get the Undertaker on the phone immediately.
But that's what wrestling was in like the 70s, before my time even, because you
some questions coming in. Let's see.
Didn't want to be non-believable.
Let's
Tag Rope should come back. I agree with that. Joe.
Darren saying hello.
What's up, Darren?
Becky, Kofi, Seth, all one Mania. Asuka's thriving. Bray's the main event. That's what people claim they want, and they're still bitching about it.
They are. They're gonna always get bitch about it. It doesn't matter.
I love but
come on, Bray's the main event, but they've not done well with that character because they were too concerned with WrestleMania and Goldberg and Roman having it. Like, he became a side piece when he should have always been the main. You would have never done that to Undertaker. He would have never dropped the ball at the Super Showdown to Goldberg so he could go face Roman Reigns at Mania. So Bray is not the main event still. It's still, and think about it, they gave it to Braun. Braun's the one who got to actually, because he had his match with Cena. I mean, that wasn't even a match. That was a spectacle. So, I mean, I don't agree that Bray is still the main event.
I really enjoyed that one, too.
Bye, Joe. Thanks for hanging out.
What really classifies like a WWE Universe person now? What I mean, is that the person that constantly is bitching about anything that's good in the product right now? Is it doesn't matter who you put over. I mean, if I remember right, the first time I saw Bray Wyatt was the same NXT episode where the belt was up and Seth Rollins won that. That's where I saw the first promo, I think, for Bray Wyatt, and there was two of them in that episode, and I was like, man, this dude's crazy.
The prior to Husky Harris you're talking, right?
Right, yeah. And then, I mean, the whole upside down in the ring thing, and like, he was just, I agree with you, man. I think they really botched everything when it comes to Bray Wyatt, and he's going to be another one of those guys. But
he's done it twice. He had his character with the lantern, and everyone got behind him, and they were putting their lights on, and he had a whole spectacle thing. Then they stopped. They blew it. They made the family corny, and they put Braun in there with his mask for 3 weeks, and then that broke up. And then he reinvented himself as the Fiend, and they're slowly ruining that character as well. It's just not like it used to be. I used to get so excited when the Funhouse would come on. I could care less now. I could care less when it comes on. It's not.
He's so talented.
They fucked up. I'm never going to agree anything else.
He himself has so much talent in him. And whether it comes from, his family lineage or just him putting everything he has into the character, every character he's had, every incarnation of Bray Wyatt, Husky Harris, whatever, I've appreciated, I've liked. But each one has gotten so much better.
In a perfect world, Finn Balor wouldn't have been buried since day one. I mean, really, that's in a perfect world. I don't
get that one,
dude.
I never understoed that one.
And
I still don't get it.
I thought they were going to bring him down to NXT to put him over again.
Like, they bury him, dude. They're just like, how far down can we put this dude? and he's just I don't know, man. He's doing his thing. I don't
you know how far they put him down? I'll tell you exactly how far they put him down. They put him down so far that he's sitting next to me at Publix in the wait line. He's just hanging out at Publix. He ain't even working no more. Poor guy. Dude. I'm like looking at him like, is that Finn Balor at Publix? I mean, the poor guy during the show, you know what I mean? He's just not a part of it. It's irrelevant and it's sad because he was supposed to come down there and lead the way, and he's fighting Imperium's third place guy, you know? I mean,
and here's the thing is he can be on the top. It doesn't have to win. He can be the guy that puts over the top guy all the time and not lose any momentum and make that top guy look like $1 million.
The Demon, man, like the Demon. Like think about it right now.
So good.
The Demon.
Yeah.
The Demon. And where he was as opposed to where he is now. Can you imagine WrestleMania 36, The Fiend versus the Demon? Like how are
NXT
they not
is so good at that with the intros.
Am I the one am I missing? Am I just like living in an alternate universe where I'm like,
from what I understand,
can we just stop saying NXT and just start saying Triple H? Can we just say Triple H is so good at that? Like I think from now on we never say NXT again. We just say Triple H is so good at that.
You think he's the one that's like, let's play a violin for Nakamura's entrance? You think Triple H is that detailed?
No, but here's what I know about Triple H is that he will surround himself with people that are experts in places that he is weak, and that's why he is like when Vince decides to let go. Like that's what happens is that you have one guy that is in control of everything, whereas a guy behind him that understands what leadership is and knows that he can't run this shit by himself and that he's going to surround himself, right? Karen, he's going to surround himself like he knows. He's going to say, I'm not good in this area. I'm not good in this area. But you know what?
Can I speak to your manager, please?
Yeah, Big Joe. Joe just hit it on the head in the chat room and said 75% of all wrestling fans are basically Karen.
Yeah.
There he is. Nailed it.
Yeah. I mean, I shouldn't say hate. I dislike some parts of pay-per-views, but they have to happen because it's the flow, it's the booking. Let's see if it works. Let's see if we can get it over. Let's see how the crowd reacts.
I just wish it went down to the 4 again. It should be the big 4, especially
you
now.
Just want the big 4?
That's never going to happen financially.
But right now, and there's no pay-per-view.
We're down to the big 4 for viewers.
But that's all right. We're coming up on the hour, so we'll be able to wrap up in a few minutes.
We started with 40, ended with 4. That's awesome.
Think about this.
Let's be respectful of everyone's time. We're at 52 minutes. Let's try to not go too much longer.
I don't give a shit about their time. Let's do news and rumors because that's the fun part, right? You want
to do some news and rumors?
Yeah, let's do a couple good ones, and we can bang some of these out, right?
Do we have a news and rumors headline? We should have one if we don't.
Oh, we don't.
Make that an edit.
That's my bad.
News and rumors headline number 1. Sami Zayn will work a program with whoever wins the Intercontinental Championship per the Wrestling Observer. So it's probably full of shit if the Wrestling Observer's saying it. I'm just kidding. I think should be a given. I think Sami Zayn should most definitely work the winner of it. I don't personally think he should have been stripped in the first place when you got Brock Lesnar going 4 months without defending the title, and you're going to call this bullshit rule. So that's my take on it. What's yours?
Mine is I miss Sami Zayn NXT. That's it.
If he was stripped of it, there should be an interim, and he should get the first shot at it.
Well, who's the champ now? I don't even know, honestly.
Why do this? Like, why do this to that belt? Like, of all belts, why do it with that belt? Like, I understand that he has different beliefs. He has this and that. I mean, but the power struggle, it's 2020, guys. Like, figure it out. Why are we in this situation? Why does this little asterisk have to be there in pro wrestling history?
Why is Sami Zayn shit on him? That's what I want to know. Why is it because he doesn't go to Saudi Arabia? Is it that petty, or is there more to it?
So Autism 316 sent out a tweet this morning asking what everybody's favorite matches were, both one they've seen live and one they've seen on TV or whatever of all time. And I retweeted it, and my reply: the 2 I've seen live that are my favorite matches of all time were a week apart, and it's a tie. And it was
1, 2, 3 Kid.
El Generico versus the 1-2-3 Kid at Chikara, King of Trios. El Generico, for those who don't know, was Sami Zayn.
Right.
And the other one was Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker that I went to Mania 25 in Houston with Joe about a week later.
Nice.
So those
Mania 24.
You think about that. That's how good of a wrestler he is.
Just good. Like, just all around.
And if you don't know on the show, I mean, please, by all means, go look at El Generico and Kevin Steen on YouTube.
Yes.
I mean, Jesus Christ!
Like right now, go
you're
do
way
it. Like,
behind. You're way behind schedule.
But I don't think people
schedule.
realized that he was like people knew who El Generico was because he did Ring of Honor. I don't know if everyone realized it was Sami Zayn.
Well, now they do.
Yeah,
good job.
Yeah,
there you go.
Destroyed kayfabe. Destroyed it.
Shayna Baszler heavily favored in plans to be the top card on the Raw Women's division in the next couple months. It's not Asuka. It's not going to be Nia Jax. They're saying Shayna is going to be the person that is getting the big push.
There you go. See, I didn't even, Niko, I don't even read this shit. And we said it earlier. It's like they got to shit or get off the pot with her, right? They have to do it.
I could see Vince really liking her because of her size and because of her like background and everything.
She's also 41, 40. She's up there. So and the people that are in there, and let's be honest, if you're in your 40s in professional wrestling, it's your twilight years. You know, the AJ Styles, the Shayna Baszlers, they only got a couple years left to have this big title run. So I anticipate them both winning titles in the future.
Will you please tell Hulk Hogan that?
Yeah. Listen up, brother. I'm gonna have one more match. No, you're not, dude. No one wants to see you drop that leg. I'm happy for Shayna.
Yeah.
Cool. So
I hope it happens.
My feelings are validated. Thank you.
I'm blind to this stuff too. So.
Right.
According to Tony Khan, the Stadium Stampede match was a collaborative effort amongst all those involved in the match who all came up with the ideas for it. So everything that happened, they probably sat in a room with a whiteboard and said, how crazy can we get with this? And I can only imagine the discussions and topics that were brought up during that conversation discussing the Stadium Stampede.
I would like to be a fly on the wall there.
That's one of those things they need to run a contest for. To where they can because they know they're not in the same spot, so you could hey, join us on Zoom for our pre-run through for that would be fun. Right. Give that away for us, just like when you talked about Niko when Vince gave away that $1 million. That was ridiculous.
Called someone. I was waiting by the phone. He never called me. Damn him.
I know, right?
Was that the $1 Million Mania thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sheldon Goldberg just auctioned off a shirt of that, promo on that on his Facebook the other day.
No way.
Phoenix wanted to work Double or Nothing, but his ankle injury, he was limping around, and AEW said, no, you can't do it. And they put corny Joey Janela in there instead. Bad boy. He's not corny. I actually like his character. What do you feel about that? Phoenix, if you were watching Dynamite, he took a nasty spill from a botch of 4 clowns underneath waiting for him. He did get a little close to the ring on the drop, but it doesn't matter if there's 4 guys, you catch your man when he's doing a triple backflip off the fucking top rope. So
I know people who have hurt themselves because they had to move into a weird position to catch somebody else.
You got to catch your man when he's putting his life on the line like that. Yeah. So I shout out to Phoenix. He's really is a top luchador wrestling style person. He's amazing in the ring. I mean, it's unbelievable. This one makes me sad. I actually have been rooting for Drake all along, and I've gone as far as to say that this is all a work, and Drake's going to win the title, and he's not actually fired. But they're saying that all signs are pointing to him being fired, and he's here to jerk some tears and put over the new cruiserweight champ. What do you think?
I don't think so. Otherwise, we wouldn't be talking about it.
You think he's winning?
I think so. We wouldn't be talking about it. There's no way you can't. There's no way. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't
Maybe
think they would make a work out of it because so many people were really released. It would be sort of
that's true.
Inconsiderate to them, I guess.
For sure.
But think about
kind of hope I want him to do it secretly, though. I want him to win that shit.
I know.
I want this to happen. I want him to win. He's
when he was with
They already dropped
When
the
he
ball
was
with
with,
EC3. Don't drop it with him too.
When he was with what were the big boys down in NXT? When he was the manager down there with APOC.
He was the
and
manager
whatever
for
the hell their names
AOP
are.
for a little bit at WWE.
Yeah.
But he
Yeah,
didn't.
like,
I didn't like his character in Impact Wrestling. I wasn't a fan.
No, I didn't either.
What's going on?
Hey, Big
No.
Daddy.
So Big Daddy is another one. Big Daddy is like partnered up with Paul Roma right now. Running a promotion parallel wrestling with Paul Roma and Mario Mancini. So we had some
What's
celebrities in
Paul's
the
last
chat room today.
He is saying Happy Memorial Day. Did you both serve in the military?
I did not,
I know Josh did, right? You were in the
but
military.
I know a few people who aren't with us because of time.
Thank
they
you for
did
your
serve in the
service,
military,
man.
so.
You're a good man.
Thank you guys for letting me serve. Keep
Yeah.
fucking voting. That's all I ask. I don't give a shit where
Yeah.
you land on Democrat, Republican, liberal, whatever. Just keep voting. That's all I ask. That's why I served, was so we had the ability to vote. I don't care what your political stance is. Just go fucking vote.
Thank you for joining us, Big Daddy. Unfortunately, we've been on for over an hour, so our time is coming to an end. But we do have one more rumor we did talk about a little bit, but Meltzer, old tricky Dave Meltzer's reporting that despite the rumors that Flair is then, now, and forever with WWE, he's actually not signed to a contract with the WWE. What do you think
when you're
about
doing
that?
when you're doing cameo tweets on Twitter already, you're obviously not part of WWE. That's good job, Dave. yeah, dude.
Big Daddy, we gotta get you on.
How much is his cameo, by the way?
I don't know. I didn't even look. I'd rather buy some autograph boots. I got his IC belt autographed. I don't need that. $9.99.
No, he's charging $100 for sure.
What's the ticket?
All right, close us out, guys. We're at an hour and a minute there. We only got 2 people listening, anyways. No one gives a shit.
Hey, follow us at 3 Irish Boys with a Z. Always at WWR Live with Niko. You're gonna see us a lot more, ladies and gentlemen, in a lot more places. So
we're here now,
thanks for
baby.
tuning in. Spread the news. It's live. It's comments. You guys get to participate and either agree, disagree, tell us why, tell us what we're missing. There was some good stuff in here. I mean, Rucker and the boys participating. So
I actually enjoyed the fan interaction the most part about this. It's my favorite.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, I'd rather. It's not about us. That's the fun thing, man.
That was very cool.
Well,
thank you, guys.
Yeah, with that,
And
guys,
happy
say,
Memorial Day.
Niko, thank you. Jake,
Thanks,
for
everyone.
Do you have anything to say? I'm sorry, dude. Yeah.
Remember the fallen veterans. You know, that's what Memorial Day is about. Thank a regular veteran every day. And that's what today
And
about.
be nice to people, damn it. Jesus Christ. It
Yeah.
took one day from us going to RIP to, I hope JD from New York gets murdered. It's crazy that how quickly the crowds change in there. It's insane. And I don't want, it doesn't matter what you say or what your opinion is. There's no need to give anyone death threats, and there's no need to be crossing the line on your Twitter or and just stop being a douche. No one wants to deal with this. Happy Memorial Day, everyone.
Yeah, have a good one. See you guys soon.